What's going on, guys? It's No Shoes, and we're back with another K-Rino Friday. Today, we're going to be reacting to The Tables off of the Tele-K-Nesis album. I'm really excited to check this out. Thank you to Masonry Maven for suggesting this track. Keep them coming in the comments down below. And if you're excited for more K on the channel every single Friday, make sure you guys hit like and subscribe. It does help out. But without any further ado, let's get right into this. Let's see what K has to say. Let's see what The Tables is all about. Let's get it.
We appreciate your attendance this evening. Black Book International proudly presents a K-Rino original, The Tables. He was birthed into his wealthiness.
It sounds like we're gonna get like a storytelling type of track. I feel like, it gives me the idea like when you would listen to the radio before TV. Obviously, I wasn't around, but when you would listen to the radio before TV and you'd have the shows and everything going on just audio based.
The Tables. He was birthed into his wealthiness. Never felt the need for help, which yet propelled his selfishness. Anytime he came around, his arrogance would fill the room. Never guilt consumed, he loved showing his silver spoon. His lust for power crushed a lot of folks along the way.
Yo, nice flow. The beat sounds amazing so far. I think it's like high keyboard we're getting in the back, but it might be something else. Let's keep it going.
Spoon. His lust for power crushed a lot of folks along the way. He never missed a chance to place his privilege on display. Felt like the level that he reached, no one was worthy to go. He loved to see others in lower subservient roles, was overpowered and controlled by wealth and blood.
Okay, so we got this guy. Maybe it's K, maybe it's somebody else. He's got this power. He's selfish. He's rising up. He doesn't feel other people deserve to be in the same spot he is. What's he gonna do about it?
Serving in roles, was overpowered and controlled by wealth and blind and greed. Many people came to him for help in times of need. Rejected all of them, his actions were ruthless.
I think he said blind with greed to time of need. That's a great rhyme. I love that.
Controlled by wealth and blind and greed. Many people came to him for help in times of need. Rejected all of them, his actions were ruthless and cold. Totally unaware of what his own future would hold. Soon to be losing control.
Yo, the way that little like ad-lib came in at the back, soon to be losing control, and kind of traveled back and forth between my ears with the pan. That's nice.
Soon to be losing control. Act 2. As the years flew, not even he.
Okay, yeah, we getting like, oh my gosh, it's kind of like a Quentin Tarantino movie where you got the different chapters coming up on the screen. I think maybe Wes Anderson does it as well. I can't remember. But this is dope. I like this concept.
Act 2. As the years flew, not even he knew what his fortune grew to be. His prosperity seemed to be moving in perpetuity. He pulled up to his newest vehicle, that's when his truth came. A homeless man approached him humbly, asking for loose change. He smirked at him, kept walking to.
Okay, K is hitting this real nice, almost like mouthful of molasses flow, where he's really enunciating the words, letting them hang on the beat, having that thickness to them, and letting them ring out before moving on to the next word. Has a great feel to it.
Asking for loose change, he smirked at him, kept walking to his building, proceeded in. The homeless man looked at him, smiled, and said, "We'll meet again." He looked back at the man, thinking, "Yeah, right," then laughed like it was humorous, finished his daily task, and went home that night. He settled into his law.
Yo, and that part reminds me of Bruce Almighty when Morgan Freeman morphs into the homeless man's waiting on the side of the road, kind of observing Bruce, Jim Carrey, in his day-to-day life. So we got our selfish ass dude, homeless man asks him for help. I don't think he's about it. And then the homeless man's like, "All right, fine, I'll see you again soon, don't you worry."
back at the man, thinking, yeah, right. Then laughed like it was humorous. Finished his daily task and went home that night. He settled into his loft, isolated and closed off. Put on his robe, and soon as he grabbed the remote, he dozed off. When he rose up, what he witnessed astounded him, cause he found that the plush room that he fell asleep in no longer surrounded him. The scene was scaring him. Time had been apparently trapped.
Cool. So his nice house, the plush room, the TV, all of his worldly possessions, he wakes up, they're all gone. He's in a different place. Something's changed, but what?
Sleeping no longer surrounded him. The scene was scaring him. Time had been apparently traveling. He woke up in a dark alley, incoherently babbling. His clothes were old and tattered. His hair was matted. What's happening? And passing men and women had no compassion, just laughed at him. He looked and saw the building.
Oh my God. This is like Freaky Friday. Him and the homeless guy switched places. Let's see.
He looked and saw the building he owned, but as he came on it, he noticed things had changed and it no longer had his name on it. He ran inside believing in explanations required. The first thought in his mind is that everyone's getting fired when he saw his employee.
Imagine that. Imagine being such an asshole that you wake up complete in an alley, covered in dirt, tattered clothes. The building you used to own got a different name on it. You walk in and the first thing you think is, I gotta fire some people. Imagine being that much of a dick.
In his mind is that everyone's getting fired. When he saw his employees, he angrily started chastising him. To his surprise, he realized no one was recognizing him, so nobody would listen. His phone was even missing. The authority he used to have was gone and non-existent. Was this a nightmare he drifted in while he was living? He saw his new reflection and couldn't believe the vision. He was on top of the world, now suddenly life was hard. And as he pleaded for help, people treated him like a dog, man.
Bro, so homeless dude threw some bad juju on K, just made him homeless. Again, he hasn't said that yet, but we're gonna run with that storyline. And now this dude just running around like having a crisis, like some existential crisis. Imagine how dissociating that would feel to look at your reflection and like not recognize yourself at all, like have it be an actually different person. But let's keep this going. This is dope. Love the feel of it. Great storytelling. Awesome concept for a track.
Help people treated him like a dog, man.
And then the thunder as part of the instrumental adds a lot of atmosphere. That's a very nice touch.
Act 3. Confused about the truth, he was living proof it was twisted. Used to be popular, now nobody knew he existed. He wandered through the streets feeling lost and feeling worthless. He walked miles to his mother's house, a home that he had purchased. When he knocked, his mother answered, that's when all his hope fell through. Cause when she saw him, all she said to him was, may I help you? He said, mother.
Imagine you walk up to your mom's house and she's just like, can I help you? Are you lost? You need something? That's hilarious, bro. But also something that just occurred to me is K has a couple tracks now that we've seen with this concept of like body switching, body snatching, clones replacing each other. It's very interesting. It's almost like there's this deeper part of him that's like, what's it like to live life in other people's shoes? Because that's something I always wonder. Like, I know what I look like to myself in the mirror. I know what I sound like to myself. But to somebody that don't know me, like, what do they think? Who do they think I am? It's always intrigues me. If I could see myself through somebody else's eyes, that'd be so interesting.
Answer, that's when all his hope fell through. Cause when she saw him, all she said to him was, may I help you? He said, mother, it's me, as he fought back tears harder. She saw that he was bothered and offered a drink of water. She said, I'm not your mother, you must suffer from a condition. And sir, you're talking fool.
Yo, said, bro, you must be sick, but I'll get you some water.
My son is in the kitchen. Seconds later, he saw something that he never expected. When a son came in the room, it was the rejected.
Yes, there we go. Freaky Friday, right on cue.
When a son came in the room, it was the bum that he rejected. His demeanor was stoic and steady, tension was heavy. He said, Mom, I turned the oven off, the casserole is ready. The mother exited slowly and no emotion was shown. Now all of a sudden, it was just him and the man alone. He said, what kind of spell is this that caused this hell I'm in? He said, the last time I saw you, I told you we'd meet again. He asked, is this about the money I didn't give you back then? Oh, I get it, since I turned you down, this is about revenge. No, it's not about...
Bro, this is what happened when you play with somebody you shouldn't play with, dog. Like, the homeless dude told him, he was like, all right, cool, I'll see you again. If somebody says that, you got a problem. You got a problem on your hands, because they planning, they plotting, they scheming, and they working on something that you ain't ready for.
I turned you down, this is about revenge. No, it's not about revenge or envy, and never will it be. This is just a lesson in sympathy and humility. I'm using this ability because I've seen you repeatedly disrespectfully speaking, treat people the way you treated me. Now you see and understand.
Bro, that's facts, man. I'm a big believer. There's a lot of people out there in the world, grown-ass adults, that didn't get smacked when they needed to when they was a kid, and they walk around being a piece of shit every day because of it. Sometimes you need somebody to knock you down, mess you up, and teach you that you are not the best thing that ever happened in the world. And then you finally start to realize after that.
And treat people the way you treated me. Now you see and understand how it feels to be ruined and have the world viewing you as if you're less than human. The punishment, you earned it. His mother came out with the food and saw the dinner table was crooked, and so she turned it. At that moment, the other man's presence.
We're gonna keep that in mind. The crooked dinner table. That's a very interesting detail to just throw in there. There's got to be something behind it. Something is off. Something is askew. Obviously, not K, because whoever this story is about, follow me there. There's something obviously wrong here. We know that. They switched bodies. The table being crooked could be a symbol of that. But I think it's deeper than that. We'll see, though. We'll see.
But you earned it. His mother came out with the food and saw the dinner table was crooked, and so she turned it. At that moment, the other man's presence dispersed. The greedy man began to feel time rewind and reverse. He was back in his suit, his phone in his hand, and his mother knew him. Grateful and humble now because of what was done to him. Now he waited.
Oh, so the dinner table being turned back represents the end of the spell and the end of the lesson. Honestly, I feel like that dude didn't learn enough. I think let it go on for like a week. Let him really feel it out, then switch back. But maybe I'm a little vindictive. I don't know.
Knew him, grateful and humble now because of what was done to him. Now he waited for the poor and disadvantaged to come. Spent the rest of his days trying to fix the damage he's done. Showed concern and luckily was able to learn that no matter how high you make it, the tables can turn. Hold up.
Bro. Oh, the tables. Yo. Bro, that is... At the beginning of the song, I was like, yo, is this going to be about tables turning? Like, where's the flip? And then I got so invested in the story. I wasn't even thinking about it. But that's it, man. The tables turned. And then she twisted it back into place. Everything went back to normal. Yo, I'm going to turn my table sideways before I leave the house today and see what happens.
Turn. Hold up. What if the story didn't end like that?
Okay.
The punishment, you earned it. His mother came out with the food.
Okay. We might be getting exactly what I was just talking about, but I love that the rewind sounded like, hold up, stop. Let's try something else. That's a great idea. Put that in the track. Kind of brings us into the creative process with K. Like, these were two endings that he had and probably liked them both equally. It was like, how do I use both of these and have it make sense?
Punishment, you earned it. His mother came out with the food and saw the dinner table was crooked, and so she turned it. At that moment, he fully comprehended what had took place. He dropped down to his knees and pleaded, and with a shook face, was asked if he was ready to return to his former glory. He said, yes, I am. I'll change right now if you restore me. So the guy made him stand up, look deeply in his face.
Bruh, this dude, I feel like somebody who beg like that, they lying, dog. They just want their life back. I don't think this dude learned his lesson this way. I don't know if he learned his lesson the other way before, but Kay said he did, so he must have. But it's his story. He's the one who gets to decide.
Then he told him, I've decided now to keep you in this state. He screamed, and in his worst moment, he was able to learn that sometimes you never make it back when the tables are turned. Whoa. No.
Now that, man, I love that. Great twist right there. Kay literally turning the tables on us twice in the same song called The Tables. What else can you ask for? We got a little bit left, though. Let's keep it rolling.
No. No. Yes.
And this instrumental is just epic, man. I love this. I mean, this story is kind of like an epic tale of this asshole that gets what he deserves and then either gets reverted back or the alternate ending stays that way forever, which honestly, you know, I think that's a better punishment. Maybe not forever. Forever is kind of cruel, but you know, what are you going to do? It's not my magic to practice.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, so he kind of formatted that like a play or something of sorts, especially with the applause at the end. I don't know, man. That was one of the craziest tracks I've heard from K. And that I'm gonna be absorbing that for the rest of the day and for a little while after that, probably. But let me know y'all's thoughts in the comments down below. Leave some suggestions down there as well for the next K-Rino Friday, as well as any other artists you want to see on the channel. Thank you again to Masonry Maven for suggesting this track. Much love to everybody in the No Shoes gang. Make sure y'all hit like, hit subscribe, and hit that bell. And I will see you all next time.